What the f are you guys protesting? Are you protesting the fact that you live in the greatest country on this planet? And the fact that you get to protest means there's no kings in this country? What the f are you protesting? Are you protesting the fact that Donald Trump is doing his job because the Biden-Harris administration f this country up, opened the borders to let anybody in? Criminals left and right. And no, not everybody's criminals, but a lot of them are. And if you broke the law to get here, guess what? You're a criminal. And here's a news flash for all you liberal Democrats that are paying out of pocket to go to these protests, which we know better. America doesn't want your woke agenda. We're sick and tired of being called racist because we don't agree with it that you're trying to push down our throat because 0.1% of the population thinks it's right. We don't want it. We want Donald Trump to do a job because that's what we hired him to do. You purple hair, lazy, hate your parents, you hate your boss, you hate anybody that holds you accountable. Accountability is a fucking word you have never uttered in your life because if you had, you would quickly change from a liberal Democrat to a conservative Republican where we believe in accountability. Where if you did something wrong in your life, it's your fault. And it's not the government's job to bail you out. I'm sorry that you pathetic individuals want to go to these protests and whine and complain about how miserable you have it on the greatest country in the world. People all over the world are looking at you like, what the is wrong with you people? You live in America. People that immigrate here, the reason that so many immigrants come here, they work their ass off and they get propelled to success is because they are able to witness the beauty in America and they take advantage of it and then they contribute back. But you whiny, liberal, snowflake Democrats will always be in this victimhood mentality where everything is Donald Trump's fault.
Man, he said a lot. I'm going to have to bleep out a lot in there too because there was quite a few curse words in that. So, yeah. But for the most part, listen, he was speaking some truth. He was speaking a whole lot of truth. We got to talk about those No King protests that were going on yesterday. Because there was a lot of interesting things happening, and you heard a little bit of it there in that first clip, but I want to get into a little bit more of it, and one of them is this in this next clip, and you're going to find this one quite interesting. And it goes to show that for the Democrat Party, it's all smoke and mirrors. All of it.
Imagine being the Democratic Party right now and having the mainstream media all over your No Kings rally across the country when you used and propagated footage from a 2017 marathon in Boston and tried to insinuate that it was the largest rally in the country's history. This is desperation. Desperate. Once again, hey, liberals, look, if you were honest, start being honest with yourself. If you could be honest with yourself, maybe then you could, transcend that into being honest with other people. And maybe then people will see your integrity and then come back to the party. I don't know why I'm giving you advice, you're idiots, but that's how you do this. You be honest with yourself. And again, that will breed more honesty. Don't lie. The American people aren't stupid. That's why we've left your party in droves. Dumb.
Listen, he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. People are waking up and realizing that the Democrat Party is nothing but a bunch of liars. A bunch of liars. That clip played on national television on what we once called the news. That clip of that crowd, which actually was from 2017, where is it here? I want to put this back on the screen. This played on MSDNC, aka BS Now. Look at this crowd. This is the clip that they played in the background as they were talking about the No Kings protest. They played a video that showed this entire crowd. But if you look, this is from 2017. When you have to lie about the type of crowds that you're attracting, it tells me that you don't really have the support that you claim that you have. It shows me that you are desperate. You're grasping at straws at this point. You're trying to create something that isn't actually there. And do you think they're going to go back and apologize for that? Correct it? Maybe. But they're not going to do it as grand and as big as they put that clip out there, right? They're probably going to make a little short note in an article somewhere online where nobody's going to look and make the correction there. Just saying. If they make the correction at all, right? Because that's a whole nother discussion if they make the correction. But one thing that I noticed, and I want to see if you guys notice it. I'm just going to play a clip, just one clip of a crowd from the No Kings protest. This crowd is in D.C., okay? So keep that in mind. This is in D.C., Washington, D.C. Let me know in the comments what you guys notice, all right? Check it out.
Can't study Germany without
It's not okay. Like nothing.
Comment below. What did you notice? What did you notice? All right. Now hold that. I want to play this other clip over here. This next clip that I'm about to play is from Atlanta, Georgia. Okay? Keep that in mind. Here's another crowd. Check it out.
Unite to protect us, just in case universities try to teach us, just in case protesters try to show up and remind us of who we are. They go after step 8 and try to break civil society because they're preparing us for step 9. There are 10 steps to protecting our patriots. There are 10 steps to protecting our democracy. There are 10 steps to protecting our right.
All right. Did you comment below? Comment. Make sure you comment. Let me know what you notice out of all of these clips, okay? Because I've got more. This clip is out of Marion, North Carolina, which is about a 30-minute drive from Asheville, North Carolina. Check out this clip. All right? Comment below. Let me know what you notice. All right? Keep taking a look. This clip has no audio, obviously, I'm sure you're able to tell that one by now. But yeah, just let me know what you notice in the comments, okay? Okay. I got one more clip that I want to show you guys. I got one more clip, and we're gonna wrap this up a little bit. But this next clip is out of NYC, New York City. Okay, New York City. Check it out. Hold on, I gotta rewind it. Check it out. Did you notice anything? All right. All right. Now that everyone has hopefully commented already, if you haven't, pause the video, leave a comment, let me know what you notice. Did you notice how many black people were there? What about how many Hispanics? You know, brown folks. How many black and brown people were at these protests? Can anyone tell me? I mean, in that very first clip, I might have counted a total of 4. Probably out of all of those clips I just showed you, it might have been a total of 15 people that I could have counted out of all of those clips. Maybe 15. Especially, listen, in a city like New York City, okay? In a place like New York City, where you have a population, I don't know, it's probably 50% black and brown. Where were all of the black and brown people? All I saw was a bunch of old white liberals. That's it. I didn't even see too many young people there. The only young people there were people's children who had no clue what kind of sign they were probably waving or holding up. Their parents just told them, hold up this sign, son, hold up this sign. Kind of interesting how that works, isn't it? Kind of interesting. In these predominantly black and brown areas, some of them, right? Like Atlanta, where did all these white people come from? Not saying that those areas don't have white people, but you would expect to see a more diverse crowd, especially in a place like Atlanta, New York City, DC. You would expect to see a more diverse crowd, wouldn't you? Seems pretty scripted and fake to me. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm just the guy that talks on the internet from time to time. Don't take it from me. These seemed fake to me, though. They seemed fake. They seemed planned, scripted, bought and paid for. Because if they were organic, in my humble opinion, you would have saw more black and brown people in the areas where more black and brown people exist. Like Atlanta, like DC, like New York City. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let me know in the comments, but I didn't see enough black and brown people in there for me to believe that there was any type of genuine, spur of the moment, hey, let's go out and protest type of deal. Real genuine protest, not a bought and paid for protest, not like we're bussing people in from other places, like they were doing for Kamala's rallies. Yeah, not like we were bussing people in, to make it seem like there's big crowds and a lot, a big amount of support for this. As a matter of fact, I saw a clip. I don't think I saved it. I should have saved it. I saw a clip that played on mainstream media of a No Kings rally that was on some type of beach somewhere, right? And the crowd, they lined themselves up to spell out a message, and it said, "No Kings," right? They all stood, like the marching bands do. Where marching bands, for like Buckeye Nation, Ohio State, OH, baby, they make the formations on the field and they kind of dance around and, sometimes they could spell out words just with their bodies lined up. Well, they did this at this beach for a No Kings protest. And, it spelled out like No Kings or something and, I don't know, something else, maybe Trump, but then they held up like an American flag or something. First, they had the American flag upside down. Then they realized it was upside down, so they had to flip it, which is also quite interesting. But mainstream media played the clip of that crowd from a helicopter. And to me, that spelled, oh, you guys planned this. You knew this was going to happen. Because if it was organic, we would have found out about it from, some random Joe Schmo's drone, not a news helicopter that was hovering over this area. Like, that seemed like, hey, news, we're gonna, put up a sign for the No Kings rally on the beach. Make sure you guys are there, blah. It just seemed fake. It screamed scripted. It screamed bought and paid for to me. But that's just me. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling about all of this in the comments. I think this whole thing screams desperation. I mean, we can dive into the specifics. Like, for one, just the fact that they're out protesting proves that we don't have a king, because if we did, you wouldn't be able to protest. So the fact that you're even protesting kind of disproves the whole narrative that we have a king. If we had a king, you wouldn't be able to protest against the king because he's the king. But, common sense is no longer common, I guess, out here in these streets. So, yeah, man, y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Thanks again for tuning in. I greatly appreciate all of the love and support. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.